Hi everybody, I'm Danny at DANIGIRLART, and today is day 10 of the Blossom Sketchbook Tangle, and on day 10 we're drawing Spud by Debbie New. So I'm going to start with the micron PN in black, and I'm going to make a composition with Spud. So place them anywhere you want, however you want. To see the step out, go below and you can follow the document for how to draw these patterns. So I've put 2 Spud in, and I'm going to have my next one so that it is going off of the page instead. I'm going to use the inktense pencils, and I'm going to, in the background, build up some layers of color and then activate it with my paintbrush for a nice blue calming background. So be mindful of wet areas. I'm going to let that layer of blue dry, and going back with my black micron PN, inside of these little rice shapes, I'm going to add some flick marks, some hatching. So either flicking towards you or away, whatever you're more comfortable with, on each end, leaving some white in the center to make sure that we have a nice little highlight. I'm going to go in and do this on each one of these rice shapes. Now that my flick marks are done, I'm going to take a darker blue inktense, but this time I'm going to take my wet brush to the tip of the inktense and put some of that ink on my brush and start to spread it down. This is going to have less texture this way. You won't see the lines of the pencil on your paper as strongly. This will have a smoother look. So where I'd have a little bit of a shadow, I'm going in and I'm adding this darker blue. I went in and I used a hairdryer to dry my inktense. Now I'm going to use a graphite pencil. I'm going to start to add some shadows. So anywhere that's overlapped, I'll apply a layer of graphite. And then I'll go in with my tortillon and I will blend it out. I'm also putting some of this graphite around the orb in the center. Going back to my black micron PN, I'm going to add a few more Spud over the blue now. I like how they look going off of the page. You can have them fully on the page. Look at your spacing and see what is going to aesthetically look best for your drawing. I do like odd numbers But sometimes I wind up with even numbers. You just never know depending on your spacing. And like I did earlier, I'm going to go in and add some flick marks into all of these rice pieces as well. Let's pick that graphite pencil up again and add a little bit of shading around the center orbs where we just drew Spud over the blue, and anything else that has some overlapping. And I'll take my tortillon and blend that out. So I have the koi brush pens now, really nice. Mine are fairly new, so they're flowing really lovely. I'm going to use these for the inside orbs, and I've chosen to keep it simple by taking two colors, one that's a little bit darker than the second one I'm going to add in. So I'm putting a little bit of darkness around the outer part of the orb. This is where it would have more of a shadow. I'm taking a little bit of a lighter, similar shade, and I'm putting it next to it, but I'm not filling the whole thing up. I want to make sure that I am still leaving white. And you can blend with the markers themselves, but I'm going in here with a paintbrush and a little bit of water, and I'm activating that water-soluble brush pen and bringing it out towards the center, leaving a little bit of a highlight. I want to leave white so that of the paper, so I have a little bit of a highlight showing. And if you're new to this and you lose your white, don't worry, you can always go back in with a gel pen later on. At any point that you feel that you have a finished piece, you can be done. You don't have to keep adding like I am. But I feel like I need something in my background, and I'm taking a stencil, and I'm not using my stencil with paint this time. I'm actually taking a chalk pastel, a General's chalk pencil, and I'm going in, I'm holding down my stencil nice and tight, and I'm going in and I am filling in some of these openings. In my case, they are circles. And I chose a blue that is a little bit darker than the background. So I'm going to go in and fill some of these spots in for the background part, not going over any of my Spud. And it might look a little scratchy, might have a little line texture, so when you pick the stencil up, you can take a tortillon and smooth that out a little bit. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to do this in a few different areas in the background. So much more interesting of a background now. I'm going to take a white jelly roll and add a little bit of a highlight on the orbs in the center part of Spud. I'll do this on each of them. I could keep playing all day, but my last touch is going to be a dual metallic pen here, just adding a little bit of glitter on parts of these orbs in the background. And it's hard to see on the camera, but it is quite sparkly in person. So I hope you enjoyed Spud and creating and watching with me on day 10. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for future videos. And I can't wait to see what you made. I hope to see you back here tomorrow on day 11.